All right, I see my mouse. I see it. Let's hope it stays that way. This should be, unless I get a demand to continue onwards, this should be the last recording. Should be the last session of this Necromancer trial run for Diablo 3. It's been rather enjoyable. Necromancer is definitely a very powerful class once you get certain powers online. But it's very fun. You definitely have to think a little differently as far as strategy and tactics and so forth are concerned, but
you will never defeat me! You were defeated the moment you surrendered to madness.
That's a good comeback. I can't beat that. I'm not even going to try. Oh, I saw those bone claws there. It's kind of a prison. I got some bodies. Oh, I only had one. Used them all up. There, you see that? Those bone... It's like a little cage that pops up. Very cool. I can't see that being handy. I guess 3 seconds in game time is pretty long. Breaking shit, breaking shit. Gonna get a reward because I'm breaking shit. Yeah. Oh, I ain't done. 12. Okay. Actually, it would be to your advantage to crush those as you're battling the Skeleton King to get the speed bonus. We outnumber you 9-1, buddy. Oh, and this rat. This rat's with us, too. I will get bodies eventually, so I'm not too worried. Ouch! Mace right upside the jaw. He hasn't called any minions yet. He will. Ooh, even the cage works on him. Some bodies here. No corpses yet. This guy ain't even coming near me. See, if you go around smashing these urns, ow. Not having trouble with essence, that's for sure. So I can keep laying down some skeletal archers here.
That is not possible.
Yeah, I do get corpses, but they run out pretty quick. Corpses. This is what I like about this guy. He's not even halfway done yet. I'm pounding on him. Of course, he's not really threatening me either. Crepify them. Armor! Now he's hurting for certain. No corpses. Thank you. I didn't even do it. I didn't even kill him. Okay. Let's finish this.
The crater.
The settings and backgrounds for this Diablo game are just
This is unexpected.
beyond almost anything I've seen before. At least for arcade style gaming like this is.
It was.
I love the isometric angle too, the camera angle of this game.
I am not your enemy. I think. Yes,
I really enjoy it.
I believe
I might have to go back and try some of the older Diablo games. This is the first one I've tried.
the darkness is coming.
But no hurry to do that.
You must get to safety. Then we will find answers.
I'm so caring. Just a caring guy. I just care. I care maybe too much. But yeah, bone spikes are just totally killer. But I don't like the bone pillars as much as this, because this can stun them. Sudden impact can stun. Skeletal Mage is fantastic. Gift of Death is a benefit because you can... that's probably my favorite. Although Bone Spear, especially Teeth, Teeth doesn't do a lot of damage, but it has that shotgun-like blast. But I like Skeletal Mage with Gift of Death because it leaves behind corpses for you. which enables you to use Corpse Lance, which is just fantastic. Corpse Explosion, though, is not far behind, and I think in some situations Corpse Explosion is actually better. Army of the Dead. I never did try that. What is that? Summons massive army of death to pummel the targeted location. Haven't tried that yet, but Command Golem is my favorite. I think Command Skeletons is the more effective. You're really pretty close to unbeatable when you have Command Skeletons up, but Command Golem is just cooler. It's a giant flesh golem, and on command it can also create corpses. So, but I'll have to try that Army of the Dead some other time on my own time. And there's a new thing called Frailty. Crippling Curse that kills enemy at low health. We'll have to try that too. And Bone Armor, I like. Very cool visually, but also, adds some defense. And as far as passive skills, Standalone is generally my favorite, and it goes very well with the Flesh Golem because you don't have a lot of minions around. It's just one big one. This I can see being handy too, because that helps reduce the cooldown of Command Skeletons and Command Golem. Swift Harvesting is good as well. Bone Prison, not bad actually, especially if you use Bone Spikes like I like to do. Yeah, those are the powers from my experience, I have either enjoyed the most or that I find the most effective and the most efficient.
I believed it was a fallen star, but in truth, it was only a man. And of course, his memories have vanished.
That's quite an assumption. He could have just been taking a snooze in the crater. We don't know that it was the man who fell. So anyway, this will be our final session. If I get, on YouTube, if there's a huge demand to continue this, I'd be happy to do it because this was quite a bit of fun. But that's not my intent. There's an empty socket there too. I'll have to fill that up. I already have Leoric's crown in my stash, but this is another one of Leoric's crowns. Interesting. Just going to go through my gear real quick here. Well, my Templar doesn't have any rings. Vitality, health bows, blah, blah, blah.
This will help.
Might as well give it to you. And here's a Templar relic, which will make you a ton better. Oh my goodness, look at those boosts. That's a no-brainer.
Good thought.
Aye. Well, I have these boots, which give me added movement speed. These do not. I prefer having the movement speed over the better stats, to be honest. Any gear for the any other gear for the Templar? I don't think so. Okay, so I think we can sell the rest of that. See, there's the other Leoric's crown. But the one I have is much better. Okay.
I've dug up a right good bunch of things for you this fine day.
All right. So, as I've said a number of times now, I'm not planning on continuing my recordings of this game, but I may come back if there's a demand for it, or if I feel as if there's something more to offer. But that's not the plan right now.
From the east shall come a monarch. I found him in the crater.
No man could survive.
Can you
such a
believe
thing.
that?
Who are you? What are you?
A warrior, I think. I came bearing grave news, but I cannot remember.
I'm going to say that next time I meet somebody. They ask me who I am. A warrior, I think. All right, this has even more of a boost to movement speed, so definitely doing that.
Tell me everything you remember, stranger. Every detail.
Falling. Fire. A sword of great power.
Fire, fury, and frankly, power.
It shattered into 3 pieces as I fell.
It is vital that we find those pieces. I believe the sword made whole will restore your memory.
The goatmen are rampaging through the fields. Could the sword have anything to do with that?
Of course, of course. Just as the dead rose around the stranger, the sword pieces drove the goatmen to madness.
It's possible. We'll have our answers once I retrieve the sword.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who have joined me in this little experiment, I appreciate it. Thank you for joining me. As I said, if I get enough likes of these videos and maybe get some positive comments in the comment section for the videos, I may continue these. You could also request maybe a different character style that I would use. Completely up to you, though. I'm not planning on continuing the recordings of this session, but it was a lot of fun to play a necromancer. I think once you get some of these powers online, they can be a bit overpowered. I was playing Master. I could try the same character on the Torment setting and still see if he seems to be cruising through things. I did have some close shaves here and there, but if memory serves me correctly, I didn't die once, and that's hard to do on Master difficulty. But at any rate, thank you again for joining me. If you want to see more of these videos, you're welcome to comment. You're welcome to make suggestions. You're also welcome to like these videos if you thought they were entertaining in any way or offered anything that was helpful to you. I'd be happy to continue with this character or play a different one. Thanks again. I'll see you later.